Hello and welcome to Only Connect, a simple little quiz where all the contestants have to do is work out the connections between various clues, which is a bit like saying that all NASA has to do is point it at the moon. Our teams need a wide enough frame of reference to cover everything from the music of Bono to the teaching of De Bono, and God help them if they get those two mixed up. I know I do. But I'm unlikely to mix up our two teams tonight because their provenances are very different. On my right, it's the History Boys. They are Rob Hannah, a quiz setter with a BA in performance writing. The beautifully named Craig Element sounds like a Martin Amis character, but he is in fact a computer programmer with a degree in psychology. And their captain, Gareth Kingston, a freelance consultant from Bedfordshire. They are the History Boys. So, Gareth, what qualifies you to be the History Boys?
Well, I've got a deep love of history thanks to some inspirational teachers I had when I was younger, and I went on to do a history degree. My key interests, I suppose, are colonial history, French Revolution, modern European history. Craig loves his classical world, and Rob is a little bit of a magpie, likes a little bit of various different historical periods.
And do your friends ever say, forget the past, live in the now?
I choose not to associate with such people, I think.
Quite right,
yeah.
Quite right. Well, tonight you'll be associating with a difficult set of opponents, the Rugby Boys. They are Richard Parnell, an ex-policeman and holiday rep who now teaches English as a foreign language. There's a career trajectory. Mark Labbott, a teacher from Newport, and their captain, Gary Dermody, the steward at the recreational club where the team meets. They are the Rugby Boys. Gary, you're the captain, so you all love quizzes and rugby. It's an unusual combination.
Well, we're still quizzing. Our rugby days are behind us, but we all support the game of rugby, and the club which I'm a member, which I run, is one of the largest in terms of membership rugby clubs in South Wales.
So, in a sense, at school, you guys were the geeks and the jocks.
Yes.
Renaissance men.
Thank you very much.
Let's press straight on with round one. I believe the History Boys won the toss, so you'll be going first. Round one, very simple. I simply want to know what is the connection between the four clues you're going to see. But if you can tell me after seeing only one clue, you'll get 5 points. If you see 2 clues, 3 points. 3 clues, 2 points. And if you see all 4 clues, you get 1 point. But if you give me a wrong answer or don't answer at all, I will throw it over for a possible bonus. So, History Boys, please have a look at the Greek letters and select one.
Can we have Alpha, please?
Alpha, you're going to have 40 seconds. Your first clue is coming up. Shout next when you want another one. The time starts now.
A type of explosive. Next, please.
Means nothing to me.
Next, please. Vapor of smoke.
Oh, that's got
Are these protected and can only produce...
Oh, yes.
EU protected.
EU protected in certain areas, yeah.
Do you want to go for that? EU protected. We believe that these are EU protected food products that can only produce within a certain geographical area.
You are absolutely correct. You're going to get 2 points. The last clue was Melton Mowbray pork pies. Very impressive. I'd also have accepted they're all things I'm going to have for breakfast tomorrow. I'm very suggestible, but very good. So, Rugby Boys, your chance to pick a letter.
Beta, please.
Beta. First clue is coming up. Time starts now.
Well, if he is the first line, that's the second line with the Holly's hits, maybe, or the second part. Right?
Next, please.
Oh, last line's in... That's the last line in Jack Lemmon and...
Yeah, it is in something like
Should film last lines.
Famous last lines, Billy Wilder's famous last line in film. Should we go
do you want
for
another one?
Yeah, go
one more?
It's a
Last
famous
lines in
one.
films.
Well, running out.
Okay.
Go on then.
The last lines in films.
Very brave coming in after 2 clues, and you get 3 points. Had you stuck around, you'd have seen Mein Führer, I Can Walk, and It Was Beauty Killed the Beast. Which films?
Nobody's Perfect is Casablanca.
No, Something Like a Heart.
Mein Führer, I Can
So-
Walk.
Something
It's
Like a
Dr.
Heart.
Strangelove.
It was Beauty Killed the Beast,
King Kong, my favourite. I understudied for it.
He's my brother, I'm not sure though.
He's my brother. Is
It's an early one from the
Oh, it's
30s,
Rain Man.
Dream.
It's got to be Rain Man.
There you go.
Close. Return of the Jedi.
Oh.
But you get an
And Rain Man.
excellent 3 points for getting it after just 2 clues. So, history boys, you're on the back foot, surprisingly. Which letter would you like?
Gamma, please.
Gamma, your first clue is coming up, and I can tell you that this is going to be a sound or music round. You'll be hearing the clues. Shout next when you want to hear the next one. First clue coming up. Time starts now.
I've got a clue.
Next.
Still not on
Next. Next. This is a choral from Beethoven's ninth.
Yeah, they're all based on Beethoven period.
5 seconds.
National anthems.
2 seconds.
They've all been associated with sporting events.
I'm afraid they have not all been associated with sporting events. Rugby boys, your chance for a bonus.
Examples, all the ninth symphonies or whatever.
Oh, no, they're all anthems, I think.
Are they all used as
You can't have a long
anthems?
consultation.
They are anthems. They're all anthems.
Used as sporting anthems.
No,
Gary, you should be listening harder to your teammates. Mark was right. They are all the ninth symphonies. Ninth symphonies of Mahler, Schubert, Dvorak and Beethoven. Rugby boys, please pick a letter.
Epsilon, please.
Epsilon. Now I can tell you this is going to be a picture round. You're going to see the clues, otherwise works exactly the same. 40 seconds and your time starts now.
Red
It
rose.
looks like a rugby shirt, doesn't it? But,
Next, please.
yeah.
Jaguar.
It's rugby.
Rugby union.
It's
On the shirts.
yeah, it's what appears on the shirts of the international rugby team.
Do you want to go for another one?
I would, yeah.
Go on, one
Next, please. Castle.
Which castle?
I don't know.
I'm suddenly changing my mind.
Yeah.
Leopard.
Another one?
Footballers. Oh, are these hallmarks? Leopard hallmark.
Yes,
yeah,
assay,
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 Assay
10 seconds.
assay marks.
They are the hallmarks used by the UK assay offices, the symbols respectively of Sheffield, London, Edinburgh and Birmingham. You always think the first answer is a rugby one, don't you? Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it a sporting anthem? Is it a rugby question?
Yes.
What do you think the chances are that we get a team of rugby boys and the answer to everything would
We
be rugby?
live in hope.
Do we live? Well, maybe later in the show, you never know. So, history boys, let's come back to you to pick a letter.
Delta, please.
Delta, first clue coming up. Time starts now.
It's about 2 turns, so it could be dictators.
anything.
Next, please. Snow White and
Apple's red. She had a red apple, red book.
Next, please. Tilda Swinton.
What's she done?
She won an Oscar. She played Queen.
Michael Clayton won it.
Chairman Mouse.
Don't know.
Snow White, Seven Dwarfs. I don't know. Go next.
Next, please.
You've got 10 seconds.
Lindell Man.
Who's Linda?
I don't know.
5 seconds.
Heard of that.
Oh, they all
Go.
is it something to do with after they all were something after they died? They were sort of.
The connection, yeah. I mean, the connection is, I suppose, sleep and...
I'm going to have to stop you there. I'm sorry, that was the best chance I could give you, but I can't accept that. So I'm going to throw it over to the rugby boys.
I think it's embalmed. That she wants to be embalmed, and the others have been.
What? Snow White?
No, Lindo Man was discovered.
No, that's
Tilda
too long on
Swinton
consultation.
sweats.
I'm not going to give you that either. Where you went wrong, I think, history boys, you say they've been embalmed. Tilda Swinton is very much alive. I
Yes.
think to embalm her at this point would seem cruel. They have all been at some stage on display in glass cases. Nancy Tung on display in Tiananmen Square, Snow White after she ate the poison apple, Lindo Man, of course, at the British Museum. Tilda Swinton was in a glass box at the Serpentine for a piece of art called The Maybe. No points, you were close, but no. So, rugby boys, there is only one letter available, so you're going to be having Zeta.
Thank you.
Time starts now.
I'd go for next. I think.
Next, please.
Something in the words, something in the arm is in there.
Next, please.
Poltergeist.
These German words, poltergeist.
That's poltergeist.
20 seconds.
Yes, Meerschaum. German words that can be only German.
Okay. They're German words. They're words that can be translated into German.
So poltergeist become
poltergeist
anglicised.
is poltergeist. Meerschaum is
Meerschaum's a type of material they make pipes out of.
The descriptions of German words that have been anglicised.
Schadenfreude.
The irony is, if you were German, you'd have been able to do all that in one word with nouns bolted together. But I'm going to accept it. You've stumbled your way wordily towards the answer, which is they are all literal translations of German words that have passed into English. C for Meerschaum, harm, joy. Schadenfreude, that's right, I think you said that one, and it was poltergeist and blitzkrieg. That means at the end of round 1, the history boys are on 2 points, but the rugby boys are on an impressive 7 points. In round 2, the clues start appearing in order. I want the team to tell me not what the connection is, but what's fourth in the sequence. That means you'll never see all 4 clues. You'll see 1, 2 or 3, depending on how quickly you buzz in. 5, 3 or 2 points available. You have to tell me what's fourth in the sequence. History boys, you'll be going first again, so please pick a letter.
Alpha, please.
Alpha, the first in a sequence will be coming up. I'd like you to tell me what comes fourth. Time starts now.
120 words. Could be the significance of 120. Next. 108. No, this is a maths question, isn't it? So, or is it?
I don't see it.
Next, please. 90. What's the relationship between these?
You've got 20 seconds.
12.
Oh, it could be something to do with 6, couldn't it? 18, 12, so it could be 6, it could be 84. I mean,
You're under 10 seconds now.
I can't see it.
anything to do with degrees of angle.
5 seconds.
Go for it. Go for 84. I don't think it will be.
84.
Not the answer I'm looking for. So, rugby boys, do you want to have a go?
60.
Why would it be 60?
It's the equal angle of the regular shape. So that's 120 is a regular hexagon, 108 is a regular pentagon, 90 is a square, and 60 is an equilateral triangle.
That's it. They're the interior angles of polygons. Very good. So you get the bonus point. And you also get to pick your own letter.
Beta, please.
Beta, first in a sequence coming up. What's fourth? Time starts now.
Laconicum.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Next one.
Next.
Oh, these are places in a
It's called Frigidarian, isn't it?
Is the last one?
Last was the Frigidarian,
Is
the
it?
plunge pool.
Yeah, okay, go for that.
Are we happy with that?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Frigidarium?
Frigidarium.
Frigidarium.
And why would that be?
Roman bathhouses. It's the first, second, third and final room.
Absolutely correct. Third in the sequence, tepidarium, and you get 3 points for frigidarium. I suppose now that is an advantage as sportsmen. It's popular again now, isn't it?
If
In
you're
the
Roman
spa baths.
sportsman, yeah.
Even in my house, you can jump in and out of boiling and freezing baths. That's just because the boiler doesn't work. But I'm sure if you go to sporting spas, you'll have seen that still in use today. So, history boys, come on, you can do it. Time to catch up.
Epsilon, please.
Epsilon, first in a sequence coming up. What's fourth? Time starts now.
Rest.
Could be musical.
Next. Rest, ice, compression, elevation. Elevation.
Why would you say that?
It's, thinking back to my first aid training, it's rest, ice, compression, elevation on a sprained ankle or something like that.
Absolutely correct. 3 points to you. That's why people say treat a sprain with rice. It's led to many awkward misunderstandings, but that's what we like to see. Well-deserved points. Rugby boys, what would you like?
Gamma, please.
Gamma. First clue coming up. What's fourth? Time starts now.
Very dry. Might be the next one.
That could be the Sherry's.
Could be Shelley's, but
Dry.
Next.
Very dry. Fair.
another one.
Next.
Very dry. Oh, these are weather.
Changeable. Very dry.
Is this on a barometer?
20 seconds.
So stormy.
Yeah.
Stormy or rainy.
Very.
Very dry. Very change. It is. Yeah. It's the points.
Is it rain or stormy?
Storm. Sure, rain isn't specific.
So storm. Stormy.
Okay.
5 seconds.
You better press.
Stormy.
Not the answer I'm looking for. History boys, do you want to go for a bonus?
Unsettled.
I'm afraid that's not it either. Rugby boys, you were in the right area. Words on a barometer, but after change would come rain.
Sorry, Gary.
I like the fact that your mind went immediately to sherry. That's what you think of first. But no, rain was the answer I was looking for. So, history boys, which letter?
Zeta, please.
Zeta, first in a sequence coming up. Now, this is going to be a picture round, so I'm going to ask you, what would you expect to see in the fourth picture? First clue coming up. Time starts now.
Some sort of flower. Red, white, rose. Next. Two cats.
Raindrops and whiskers on kittens.
And what is it? Roses and
Whiskers on kittens.
Something.
Well,
woolen mittens, isn't
Yes.
it? Woolen mittens.
Warm woolen mittens. Yes, that's right. Third in the sequence. Bright copper kettles. From my favourite things in The Sound of Music.
I'm shamed.
Here's the thing I've always found odd. Do you know also in that song, doorbells is one of the things. Doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles. I've always thought a doorbell is the last thing you'd want to hear in Nazi Austria. I think my favourite things would be sort of no doorbells and sleigh bells and, mysterious strangers at the door. Why would that have been good? Anyway, there is only one clue remaining, so Rugby boys, you are going to have Delta. First in the sequence coming up, what's fourth? Time starts now.
Mackenzie. Canada.
First President of Canada, but I don't know enough to...
Next.
Oh,
Ireland.
the
What?
Hang on, this rings a bell. Better have another one.
What's the next one?
They're not rivers, are they?
No, I don't think so.
Next. Ireland.
What's the-
Ireland Canal.
Yeah, it's-
Mackenzie Canal.
Would it be Mackenzie? Would it be Lake Erie?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, hang on.
So, that's the one that's
10 seconds.
Is it...
Would it be Lake Huron? It goes in the island.
5
I think
seconds.
It's Lake Huron, but I think Lake Huron.
Lake Huron.
Why would that be?
They're the connection of the waterways through the north of Canada.
St Lawrence Seaway.
They're not.
You almost couldn't be further away from the correct answer. So, history boys, do you want to have a go for a bonus?
I can't hazard a guess.
I'm afraid that's long enough. Fourth in the sequence would be Wade. They are editors of The Sun in order there. Wade was fourth, not Rivers at all. So, at the end of round 2, the history boys have improved to an excellent 8 points, but the rugby boys are still well in front with 11 points. So it's round 3, the connecting wall. This time, each team will see a blaze of 16 clues. I want the teams to sort them into 4 connected groups of 4. Some of the clues may come into more than one category, but there's only one complete correct solution. Rugby boys, you're going to be going first this time. Let me tell you what's available. 1 point for each group you correctly identify, a bonus point for each connection you can tell me, and 2 bonus points if you get them all correct. Your first decision is, would you like connecting wall alpha or beta?
Alpha, please.
Alpha. OK, the alpha wall is coming up. You've got 2.5 minutes. They start now.
The small, young, Joey.
Heels, Cuban kitten heels.
Platform. Joey. Oh, the Friends characters. Chandler, Joey, Ross.
Right, so hang on.
Is it?
And Green.
Chandler, Joey,
Ross. And Green.
Ross, Green.
Not a group.
Hang on, look.
Well,
Ross, Green. Oh, maybe that's a dummy.
Wedge heels, Cuban heels, kitten
Yeah.
heels. I'd go for
Wedge
those.
heels, Cuban heels,
Kitten
Cuban
heels.
heels, yeah. And did you say
platform.
Platform, yeah.
platform?
That's a group.
Fry,
Yeah, fish, yeah, Elva fry.
Elva,
Lamb, I suppose, youngs of animal.
lamb, and a Joey.
Joey is
Joey,
a
yeah.
kangaroo, yeah.
Right, take a
That's also a group. It's now 3 strikes and you're out. Careful where you press.
Fletcher.
I've got it.
What?
ER doctors. Let me remember.
Oh,
Doug Ross.
Doug Ross.
Hang on, take your time. Take your time on this. Let's get this
Green.
right.
Green
take your
is one.
time. Yeah, Benton's definitely in it. And the other one is...
Fletcher Cartwright. Well, hang on.
How many
These are
90
characters.
seconds.
Cartwright.
Was it a Chandler in it?
Hang on.
Dr. Fletcher.
I think it's... Oh, hang on.
There's a Carter. Carter's Gussers. There's no thing. No oil.
Well, that was the fourth link there, Goldsmith.
They're all
Fletcher, Cartwright.
occupations.
You have solved the grid. Excellent stuff with plenty of time remaining, over a minute. So you're going to get 4 points, 1 for each group you identified, and there are now bonus points available if you can tell me the connections. So, the blue group, Wedge, Cuban, Kitten, Platform.
They're all types of heel.
You got that one quickest. I'm
I'm
guessing
wearing good platform heels now.
Well, I'm thinking you must dress adventurously in your spare time. So you get a bonus point there. Next group, the green one, Fry, Elva, Joey, Lamb.
They're the youngs of creatures.
Aren't they? They are young creatures. You fell into the Friends trap, I think, that we set with Joey there, but you crawled out of it. The red group, Carter, Ross, Green, Benton.
Doctors in ER, or characters in ER.
They are doctors in ER. And finally, Goldsmith, Chandler, Fletcher, Cartwright.
Their occupations, their
Which become
crafts,
names.
crafts which have become names.
That's it. They're crafts that have become names. Fletcher, do you know what a Fletcher was? to
Made
begin with?
arrows.
Someone who made arrows. Exactly right. So, 4 points for the groups you identified, 4 bonus points for the connections, and you got the bonus 2 points for getting it all correct. It's a maximum of 10 points. So well done, rugby boys. Let's see what the history boys can do with their trip to the connecting board. They're going to get 16 new clues, of course. History boys, I'll be asking you to separate them into 4 groups of 4. You know the points available. No choice of grid for you. You will be getting the beta wall. So, you'll have 2.5 minutes to solve this. Good luck. Time starts now.
Bartok. Is that Bartok?
Darley, missing.
Missing.
Rubik Cube.
Well, Bartok. Oh wait, that's accents, isn't it? It's Bartok, Hungarian. Houdini, Hungarian. Byra was Hungarian. Who else was Hungarian?
I'll try it.
Rubik was Hungarian.
So,
Is that Bartok?
Darley, missing.
Missing. Houdini.
Okay.
That's a group.
Right.
Bubble car, hobble, Fu Manchu moustache, Hitler moustache.
Yes.
Darley moustache.
Darley moustache.
Pencil moustache.
Right, no,
don't.
Ah.
It could also be walrus, couldn't it? But don't do it yet.
Yes,
Let's see what
okay.
if there's anything else. What did
Headed.
it say?
Bubble map. No. What do you want to put something
Tulip
in?
bulb, pen bulb, skin.
Should we just do the other one and get rid of them? See if
Well,
we
no,
can do
because
it.
that'll leave us with
Well, it
three,
gives us
yeah.
time to think.
Yeah.
We'll put something. Have a
Yeah,
Okay,
try
so-
Hitler,
Hitler,
try Dali,
yeah,
try pencil,
yeah.
and try Fu Manchu.
Not a group.
Okay, then walrus.
Well, okay.
Hitler, Fu Manchu, and Dali. Yep.
That's a group. Now it's 3 strikes and you're out. Careful where you press.
Tulip, hubble, bubble,
Toil and trouble.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
not
okay.
that. Skin.
Tail of something, skin of something, pencil, headed pen,
Double-headed, double.
Substitute.
No.
tulip bulb, tulip revolution, tulip
Pencil. No. Tail.
Pen and pencil can't be in the same group
No,
together. It's
no.
too obvious, isn't it?
Skin.
bubble car, purple headed mountain,
Well, let's have a. I
Tulip,
think we need to put something in.
Yeah, just guess. Just guess something.
bubble, skin and tail,
Not a group. You've got 2 more attempts.
We're running out of time. Right?
Tail. Headed. Skin.
Bubble wrap, bubble car,
Bubble. I can't
pencil
think of
lead.
anything.
Something with lead in.
We might as well have a go. So we're running out of time.
Quick.
Have a random jab.
Oh, I don't know.
Not a
Pen and
group.
pencil.
1 more go.
Just quick, we've got no time. Just pick a person, I think, quick. Not pen and pencil on the same one, though. So,
That is not correct, and the grid freezes. You're going to get 2 points for the groups you correctly identified. There are bonus points available, so that blue group, Biro, Bartok, Rubik, Houdini.
famous Hungarians.
Exactly so, famous Hungarians, that's a point. The green group, Dali, Walrus, Fu Manchu, Hitler.
Types of moustache.
Exactly so. None of you wearing a moustache, I'm sorry to see. They're very attractive and glamorous, I think. Not on Hitler, but, you know, in general. Now, you can still get bonus points for the groups you didn't identify, so let's resolve the wall. There it is. So, let's see if you can tell me what connects pencil, bubble, tulip, hobble.
well, apart from they've all got.
I
two
can't give you too long to
syllables.
debate.
Hobble, tulip, pencil.
No, that's too long. I'm afraid you're not as hot on women's fashion as the rugby players. They are all types of skirt.
Oh.
And what about that last group? Headed, pen, tail, skin.
It's not something to do with birds, is it? Something or a colour, blue-headed, or something pen,
tail.
pig pen, pig tail, pig skin, pig.
Yeah.
You can put pig before all of them. Pig-headed, pig pen, pig tail, pig skin. So overall, 2 points for the groups you got, 3 bonus points for the connection. That is a total of 5 points. Let's see how that leaves the overall scores at the end of round 3. The history boys have got 13 points, but the rugby boys have got 21 points. Still, as students of history, you'll know it's possible for results to be completely overturned in round 4, where there are a lot of points available. This is our missing vowels round. I'll be giving the teams phrases or names from which we have removed the vowels and then squidged together the consonants. You can see it happening here with the very well-known phrase, only connect. The teams have to tell me what those names and phrases are. They'll come in connected groups of 4. I will tell you the connections up front. But beware, if you give me an incorrect answer, and I mean one vowel out of place, I will deduct a point and throw it to the other team for a bonus. Fingers on buzzers then. The first group, they all have US states in their name. History boys.
Tennessee Williams.
Correct, 1 point. Rugby.
Virginia Woolf.
Yes, 1 point. Rugby.
George O'Keefe.
Yes, it is, 1 point. Too long, the answer's Robert Indiana. Next category, John Steinbeck books. Rugby.
Of Mice and Men.
1 point to you. Rugby.
East of Eden.
1 point. It's a tough one. In Dubious Battle. Next clue. Too long, the answer's The Red Pony. Next category, stock market terminology. Rugby.
Bear market.
1 point. History.
Dead cat bounce.
Yes, it is, 1 point. Don't know this one. Basis point. Next clue. Surely we all know this one. Toxic debt. Next category, terms used for heaven. History.
Happy hunting ground.
Yes, it is, 1 point. History.
Valhalla.
1 point. History.
Brahms bosom.
I can't accept it. Losing a point. Rugby, a bonus.
Abraham's bosom.
Abraham's bosom, 1 point to you. Next clue. Rugby.
Elysium Fields.
1 point. Next category, ice skating moves. Rugby.
Triple axel.
A keen skater, 1 point. History.
Death spiral.
Yes, good guess, 1 point. Rugby.
Triple.
You lose a point. Do you want a bonus, history? No,
Two
they aren't. Toe loop, next clue. No idea. Sit, spin. And the time is up. So, looking at the final scores, the Rugby boys are reigning supreme with 28 points. And for the History boys, it's just raining on their parade. They've got 17 points. Very unlucky History boys. Congratulations, Rugby boys. We'll be seeing you again in the next round. Please join us next time when I will be asking what links two teams of super brilliant people, some extremely difficult questions, and a very glamorous host. And the answer will be only connect. Yes, it will. Goodbye.
Next tonight on BBC4, there's more to the case than meets the eye, as a baby is found abandoned in a car and a schoolgirl dies of an apparent drugs overdose. Another conundrum for Wallander. Next.